Hello again, boys and girls. So I thought for something different today, I would just read this story out of the Bible, and it's out of Genesis, and it's about Noah. And you know, we've had our lesson already about Noah, but I just thought it'd be something different for you to hear, because the story of Noah is such a wonderful Bible lesson. So I'm just going to read this to you, and you might pick up some different facts than we did before. We'll just see. And remember, it comes out of Genesis chapter 6, and you know where that is, so you can look that up and read it yourself if you want to. Many years passed, and soon there were lots of people in the world. But they were becoming more and more wicked, and this made God very sad. He made up his mind to send a terrible flood to destroy everything that he had created. But on earth there was one good man who loved and obeyed God. His name was Noah, and he had 3 sons. God told Noah to build an enormous boat, an ark, so that he and his family might be saved, along with 2 of every living creature. People laughed at Noah for building a boat in the middle of the land, but he ignored them, for he trusted God. And you see right here, you see the ark here? They're building the ark. It's not quite built yet, but you can see his sons are helping him. You see these people, what are they doing? They're laughing at Noah, but you know what? That didn't stop him. He just kept right on building. When the ark was finished, Noah loaded it with food for his family and the animals. Can you imagine how much food that took? And then God sent the animals to the ark, 2 by 2, 1 male and 1 female of every kind of animal, and the birds that lived upon the earth or flew in the skies. When they were all safely in, it began to rain. And how it rained! Water poured down from the skies and covered all the land. Every living creature was drowned. All the towns and cities were washed away. But the ark and its precious cargo floated free on a world of water. See that? Can you see that? Can you see the huge ark that we think maybe was the size of this church, if you can imagine, and all the water? And see the animals sticking their heads out the windows. They wanted to see what all the commotion was about. And see the waters beginning to cover up all the trees. And here's Noah. Here's Noah looking out and thinking, this is what God said was going to happen. So let's continue. For 40 days and 40 nights it rained. Then at last it stopped. After a while, the floodwaters began to go down. Noah sent out a dove, and when it returned with an olive leaf in its beak, Noah knew that the flood was over, for the trees were growing again. Then it was time for Noah and the animals to leave the ark. Noah was filled with gratitude. He was thankful, and God promised him that he would never again send such a dreadful flood. He put a beautiful rainbow in the sky to remind him of this promise, of his promise. And so let's remember that, boys and girls, as we think about when it rains and the rainbows that we see in the sky. You think about that, and you can read this in Genesis chapter 6 and 7, all the way through chapter 9, if you want to find out the facts for yourself. Thank you for joining me. See you later.